Hello everybody and welcome back on Southview's pig farm. There's a lot of machinery around right now. It's been a busy night yet again. We finished ploughing the field that we were working on out here last time, and maybe some of you, the more observant ones, noticed that while I was talking a lot about putting canola down on that field, I quite happily started driving away and planting, as we can see here, wheat instead. Yes, I was not paying attention. So we need canola, but we put quite a lot of seed in the ground there, so rather than having to rip it all out again, what I did through the night was, over here on the other side of the farm, is I took the hit of not putting lime and ploughing through this field, but instead got some canola sown right away, although most of this is weeds instead that we also have to get rid of today. So the big Fendt tractor has been working quite hard on ploughing that massive field, and so it's due a bit of maintenance as well. But one of the things we do have to get done is we have to get the John Deere here back out to sow up the rest of this field. We're a little bit close there. Obviously some of it has grown a little bit already, which is a bit of a pain, but it's not the end of the world. I'm being impatient now here, so we will simply get him going. There's still a bit of fertilizer and a good amount of seed, and now I'm messing up again, as you can see, because now I'm actually putting canola down here where we want to put down wheat. Since we have already done half the field as wheat, I think it would make sense to do the rest as wheat as well. There we go. Let's try that. Don't think you can do double sowing anyway, so we'll simply set a worker going on this, because we also need to tidy up a bit for the pigs. So you can get on. Yeah, you're not blocked anymore now. There we go. We do have to spray herbicide on these two fields, and we're down to 21,000. It says dollars, it should really be pounds around here, but yeah, let's get the pigs sorted out first of all. We've got a bit more weight on the back of the Fendt here now, so we should be able to do that. We're just going to drop off the hook here, and then we'll pick up the shovel, do the first sort of cleanup of the pigs. And then I think they need a little bit of straw, but apart from that, feed-wise, they should still be okay. Another thing is, just you can see in front of me there, we're starting to get a few eggs, so we're going to take those for a little ride and figure out where it is that we can sell them. But first of all, let's get these pigs cleaned up here on the slight slope in front of them, so it can be a bit fiddly to pick up the pig food here, but I shall do my best. Excellent, that will do for the pigs, and the chickens are looking fine, to be honest. We can leave that for now. Instead we'll go over and get a little bit more straw put down for the pigs. It's not like they're dramatically short, but I actually want to try out the straw blow after we got the weight to put on the back of this Fendt, because I think that ought to handle a lot better now than it did before. So we basically just got to hook this on the front, and we shouldn't feel like we're tipping the whole tractor by now. I'll get the machinery going. Here we go. Guess we might use up this bale actually, but that will actually be enough just for now, I think. So we've got plenty more bales over on the other side, but if we just hop in and have a look, yeah, they're close to full, so there's not much point in picking up more right now. Oh, just need to leave that one in there and just hook off this bit. There we go. So we don't have anything on the front. Excellent. One other thing we're going to do is we're going to be swapping out a trailer. So after I got the Anderson DLC, next time we're going to be doing round bales. I want to get one of the auto stackers, and we have this long flatbed trailer that we're really not going to be using very much then. So we're going to take that over to the store and swap it out for something a bit smaller and more maneuverable in this relatively tight yard here. All I'm doing right now is just putting down the weight so we can hook the trailer straight onto the fence here. Looks like the corn's growing quite nicely. We do need to check. I think it should be fully fertilized, and we put herbicide down on it already. It's possible that we need to give it one more round of fertilizing. We'll have to take a look at that, but first, oh, I do have crop destruction on, so I don't particularly want to end up driving around inside the field here, so we're going to have to reverse this trailer out instead. There we go, and take this over to the dealership and see what we can get for it. Just get the trailer reversed in here and see what we're gonna be offered for it, like that. And I can just hop out and have a look here. So what are we getting? 11,300. Yeah, that's pretty good. We are going to be buying a new and smaller one, a much smaller one actually. So I'm just going to hop in here and I'm going to see if I can find it now. That'll be fine for moving egg pallets and seed bags and this kind of stuff on. We'll put a headboard on it like that. So the only thing I'm not sure about is whether it's basically going to get lifted off the ground when we use a tractor, but let's just have a quick look at it. Yeah, nice little trailer, and we'll see what it looks like when it's on the back of the fence here. Ideally, we'll probably just have a car to tow this trailer with instead. That's not really something we can afford right now. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's almost lifting the front wheels a bit, but nothing too dramatic. So we got a nice little trailer here as a runabout. We don't need anything bigger since we're going to get a stacker for the bales. So the first job for our little trailer here is I want to see if we can put the egg boxes on it and actually manage to strap them down and then take them over and get sold. So we have a little bit of extra money right now because we made a bit by selling the bigger trailer. Hopefully that doesn't turn into be a mistake, but we'll find out. But first I'll just put a strap on there, and then we're just gonna have a quick look here and the eggs, so we can take it to Greendale stores or the Manor egg sale point, and we're gonna get more at the Greendale stores. So let's just find out. Greendale stores are just down the road from here. Excellent. Excellent, get it. We'll pop down and sell some eggs, and then after that we'll get the track fence maintained, and then we'll see how our helper is getting on in the meantime. Hopefully we don't need to spend an awful lot more money on seed and fertilizer this round, because obviously until we get these pigs a lot more productive, we're not making an awful lot of money, so we've kind of got to try and start balancing things. We can't just keep buying left, right and center here, but maybe these eggs will keep us going, although I'm not expecting us to make tons of money out of this. Here we go, Greendale Stores. So we bought the animals over here, so assume that we're selling the eggs over on this side somewhere, perhaps. Let's try that just to see if they sell automatically. Yes, there we go. 1,633 pounds. That's pretty good. That's actually very good. So that takes us back up to 30,000. That's pretty good. So if you guys are liking the videos here on Overclocked Gaming, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you want. There's story-driven content, and there's these more Let's Play series in FS19 right now. And pop it in over here. So one other thing I have been thinking about was to establish a greenhouse. We got manure coming out from the pigs. I'd want to use the liquid slurry for fertilizing the fields when we get as far as that, but I think the solid manure would be quite handy just to use for a greenhouse instead. First, really need to give that a wash before we start working on it. As you can see on the maintenance side of things there, that the fence has been working hard, and it's needing a little bit of TLC. Good. So there we go. Looks like our John Deere has stopped over there. We'll take a look at that once we've taken care of the fence here. So yeah, it's well under halfway in condition, and we'll give it a repair. 2,000. Ouch, that's expensive. We'll have a look. Oh, the subsoil is in really bad condition, but at least doesn't cost as much to fix. So there we go. That's the equipment all nice and sorted out again. So the subsoiler needs to be parked somewhere, and I'm really not quite sure. To be honest, we're just going to stick it up the side of the fence over on the other side here for now, and I have to have a little think about exactly how we want to organize this yard. But obviously it's not fantastic leaving your machinery sitting outside, but of course sometimes it's necessary. So that can sit there, and I think we're not going to use the fence for anything else today, so we'll pop it into the shed here instead and put it over next to the baler here. It's a little bit of space in here, but by the time you put all the tractors in, there really isn't room for much more, to be honest. So let's hop over and have a look at where this John Deere actually got to. There's obviously a bit missing down the end here. I think there's a bit missing over on the other side, so we only did a strip down the middle last time, but we'll just take a quick look here on the map. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit still missing, but so we'll be doing a bit of the seeding manually, but I can see we're almost out of fertilizer, so we'll get the end bit done here, and we'll get a little bit of extra fertilizer put into this tank as well before we head up on the other side. And we obviously want to try and avoid running back over where we've already seeded with wheat, but just to bridge the gap here, I'm just gonna do that. And then round we go. Because the bag lifter's already here, and we got 2 partially filled fertilizer bags sitting here. So that's fine. One of them should be, yeah, there's 1400 litres still in here, so we don't even need that much, to be honest. And we'll just drive close enough, and then we'll do the autofill from inside the seeder. There we go. See that the lid has opened up, so we will simply do the filling of the fertilizer from here. Start filling in. So, bit of morning work here. Getting our last field seeded, and then there's simply a bit of waiting to do, actually. A bit of spraying, a bit of growing, before we move on. So it actually looks like we're going to be running out of seeds before we got this completed, given I've only done a little bit and we've burnt through quite a bit of it. So I'm going to do a couple of lines more, and then we'll get a worker to carry on while we pop over to the store for another bag of seed. The work carry on. We've got a little bit of a walk back to the farm, and then we'll get another bag of seeds picked up. But probably got the game volume a little bit low, but simply just walking around on this map and hearing all the birds song and kind of feeling the greenery is really, really nice. It's a fantastically well put together map that I'm very much enjoying to play on. Even if it turns out that pig farming isn't the most profitable or fantastic business, but we'll see. There's still hope. We haven't gone bankrupt yet. So let's pick up some seeds. There we go. Another 1,800 pounds. Down, well, not down the drain, into the field. It will pay back in time, as long as we financially can actually survive that long. Should be okay. We do have quite a lot of grain sitting, to be honest. We could, if it gets really bad, we could probably sell a bit of the grain. I prefer to hold it back to be able to feed the pigs with it, but we may find that if it becomes really desperate, we can sell some of that. And there we go. That's him out of seed. Tell you what, we'll finish this last little strip here and bring the worker over, put a work on over on the other side of here, and then we can move the Fendt back to the farm before we take back over to try and save a bit of money and avoid spending too much on workers. But just while we're getting the tractor moved back, we'll let the worker carry on here, and then we can come back and take over. We probably also should be getting on with the spraying over on the canola field actually. I might actually check and see if that's feasible to do with the Fendt. It feels a bit drastic to drive the tracked Fendt around with a sprayer on. Let's see if we can actually put the sprayer with this guy then. So we've still got almost 3,000 litres in there, so we might actually be able to get the canola field done while the seeding's finished on the other one. So I guess we're not going to be saving the money on the worker, but on the other hand, we're going to get more done in the time we have for today. Zoom out quite a bit here. I think we're there. We'll say that that's enough. We might have to come back and do a little bit after spraying if I've missed a patch somewhere. But yeah, so we're gonna get the seed out of the other field, and then I basically gotta head over, refill this thing, and get the other field sprayed as well. But I will do that off screen. So we're just gonna have a quick look at the pigs, see how many we got, because obviously they are breeding, albeit at a much lower rate than they could be. But let's have a quick look here, how many we've got now. Okay, so we're already up to 58, so we bought 50 pigs. So actually, that's not bad. And for some reason the productivity is all the way up at 98%. Oh, that's because we swept up the pig food, or well, we swept up from the trough and put it back in, and that bumps up the productivity very briefly. So 98%, you can see that with 58 pigs, suddenly we're down to a reproduction rate of 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's not going to last, because we're just about to run out of the fully mixed food again. So that reproduction rate is going to jump right back up again. But it's an indication of what we can expect. So that's good to see. Well, what happened here? This looks a bit dramatic. Put it completely sideways. Haven't seen that before. Let's see if we can salvage this situation. That doesn't look too good, but it looks like it's all done at least. So good. We'll get this folded up and take it back down to the workshop. Okay, we do actually have destruction, because it looks like that's actually already in the next stage. Okay, so we will have a few tram lines as we get the spraying done, but nothing too dramatic, at least. So that's so we got 6.3 hours on this John Deere now, and a fair amount on this seeder as well. So we'll get those maintained as the last thing for today. Stop out and get the old tools out here. Hopefully that's not going to cost me an absolute arm and a leg. That's That's close to another 1,000 gone there. How much is the seed? 500. Ouch. Ooh. 20,003. Okay, we're just staying on the right side of 20,000. Yeah, like I said, we'll have to do some contract work while we're waiting for our crops to grow, I think. So while I'm packing up this cedar here, which we won't need again for a while, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching our little update from Southview's pig farm here, and hopefully we'll get some crops growing and maybe a bit of contracting work in the next episode. But thank you very much for watching from Mobile Core Gaming. See you again soon.